Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Saturday. Well, I got all bundled up to come out here. Brought the blanket, brought the gloves, brought everything out here. I was like, it is so cold outside. I've been outside about 5 times today, taking the dogs outside. And I'm like, it is so cold outside today. And now I'm sitting here, and the wind has chilled down a little bit. And now I'm kind of like hot. I'm like, I don't know that I need all this. So goes my life. This is what I was thinking as I stepped out here. I kind of brought my stuff out here in segments. Like I brought the blanket out here, then I made my cup of coffee and I brought it out here. Then I put my coat on and my boots, and I mean I am bundled up like for a blizzard. And then I put my battery in here. Well, when I was out here the last time taking the dogs out, there was like little flakes of snow. Like it wasn't snowing, but you could see like snow in the air and stuff like that, like little bits of it. And so it's like, it's much colder out there too. Like I know it doesn't seem like I'm covered much, and I talk about this all the time, but this little bit of coverage over here really kind of changes things. Anyway, let's do a time and temperature check really quick. Oh, well, then I'll tell you what I was thinking as I came out here. It's early today. It is 2:51 p.m. I don't know if you can even see that. And the temperature is in Indianapolis. Let's see. Oh my God, I have 5 texts. I took the dogs out and went upstairs, brushed my teeth, washed my face, kissed Alex, and I have 5 texts. It is 34 degrees. Chance of snow is 34%. That's interesting. Well, it felt colder than that out there. It feels like 28, it says. Who are all my text messages? Oh, I have 1 text message. I thought I said 5. That's what happens when you don't have your reading glasses on. Mel is watching All Her Fault, and she's texting me about it. She's talking about the last episode. Anyway, how are you? Now I feel like I could take this coat off. Okay, so when I came out here, if I stop, maybe you can hear. Hold on. Do you guys hear all the baby birds in the distance? Okay, that's spring in Indiana. When there's like, it starts to snow, but you can hear the baby birds, like spring. Like it sounds like spring. That's spring in Indiana. When it sounds like spring, but it's freezing outside. Anyway, I don't even know that I need this blanket. Listen, Linda, always come prepared. It has all these things on here because you can wear it like as a coat, which I've never done. I should wear this as a coat as I go outside. How are you guys today? So today, I honestly, well, Alex wasn't really sure what he was going to do today. He was like, I said to him last night, I said, do you have any plans for tomorrow? He goes, no, not yet. He goes, but like if you're going to film videos all day long. His friend, it's her weekend with her daughter. And so, because every other weekend her daughter goes to her dad's house. And so he was like, she asked if I wanted to go to brunch with them. And I said, okay. And last night I was like, well, I think I'll probably film tomorrow. My plan was to film today. And he was like, okay. He stayed up real late last night watching TV. Why can't I remember what he was watching now? He started something new. Well, he finished his and hers. And then we have 2 episodes of Beverly Hills. We watched the first one, then we watched RuPaul's Drag Race, and we watched RuPaul's Drag Race Untucked. We were going to watch a movie, but I wanted to lay down and take a nap. He started watching something else. Oh, he watched Love Island. And then, anyway. So, today, when I woke up, he was already up. And so we were just, like, laying there talking and stuff like that. And he said, I said, are you going to go to brunch with her? And he was like, no, I don't think so. He's like, I just kind of want to stay at home. And I said, okay. And he's like, are you wanting to go film? Because I can go downstairs. Because if like he's here when I film, he just goes downstairs and watches TV with his AirPods. I was like, I don't think I'm going to today. I said, I think I just want to kind of like lay around and take some naps and hang out with you and the dogs and read and stuff. I said, I'm going to get my vlog done early. So he was like, okay. So then I was texting Nikki. She was texting me about this book, the Franklin Christopher book, which if you are reading it with us, so it's a Valentine's Day advent calendar, but it takes place for the whole month of February, so it doesn't end until next weekend. So anyway, if you're reading it, last night's chapter was total sexy time. Like really sexy time. Like she names her privates Pearl. She names her privates Pearl in there, and she's like telling this guy, her neighbor that she doesn't really know very well whatsoever, but I think he's the killer now, is what I'm convinced, because in the world of Franklin Christopher, the writer, the world's worst writer in the entire world, this, like, it's so weird the way that he writes. Like, it would make sense to him that this neighbor that has had this crush on this woman would do these murders just to get rid of her husband. Like, because now he's, like, the main one accused for it. So then her husband will go down for it. And then he'll get to be, his name's Armando. And then Armando and Maya will get to live forever together with her Pearl. It was so bad, you guys, last night. Like, I mean, it was like, Nikki doesn't love to read stuff like that. And so when I got done with it, I texted her and I was like, I was just imagining you reading it the whole time. I mean, it's like straight up porno. But I was like, not Pearl. Not Minnie Pearl. Not like the actress on Hee Haw. Wasn't she on Hee Haw? Not Pearl. That's the name Janis Joplin went by. I don't need all this, but I'm actually really comfortable in it. Okay, so I am trying to get through that vanilla caramel creamer that I bought like a month and a half ago. People, like, so I said that one time and somebody DM'd me and they go, I'm really worried your creamer's going to go expired. It lasts for like 6 months. I don't know if you've looked on a bottle of it. But anyway, and then this is the Cafe. Oh, I haven't shown you my new cup yet. This is the Cafe Bustelo Dark Roast. I started using this cup last night. Just for today, try. This is my new recovery cup. I think I want to get a couple of these. It's exactly the same size and make. I mean, it's very basic as my one that says, whatever, like Sober Sense, whatever. But if you like these, you can just put it on Amazon, like, you just put in there, like, recovery tumblers or sober tumblers or coffee cups or whatever. And these will come up, and you can just find which ones you like. You can find them, like, you can find these with inspirational quotes for everything, not just sobriety, you know? Like, you could put in, like, coffee, if you like these, like the tumblers or coffee cups, like the, you know, ceramic ones, and you can just put that in there and then put, like, inspirational quotes for women or dads or dogs, and a bunch of stuff pulls up, you know? They've got it all on the Etsy and stuff like that. The Etsy ones are actually, they have really cute stuff on Etsy. I gotta kind of stay off the Etsy because I can go kind of crazy. I've been wanting to do another one of those books with a date. Oh, I might order one today. What was I looking for last night online? As soon as I say that, I'm kind of surprised because I was looking it up online and you know what? It hasn't come up in my algorithm yet, probably because it's not a real popular thing. I'm looking for like a new cosmetics bag to travel with because the cosmetics bag that I have, I look at them when we're out and stuff like that, and I never, so the one I have is really, really basic. It's like faux leather, it's black, it's like this big. Caroline got us each cosmetics bags a couple years ago for Christmas, but they're different. Alex is like magnetic, and it like folds together and folds out, and his is like huge. The one that she got me is kind of a little bit more stylish, but it doesn't have a lot of room in it. It's cute though, but like it would be good for like a weekend trip. I take so much stuff. Oh, speaking of which, look, the Amazon truck just pulled up right in front. Looks like we're getting an Amazon package. I wonder what I'm getting. And now he's pulling back. Okay, I'm trying to talk over it because like he's got his music playing and you know YouTube doesn't like the music. Oh, maybe it's not for me because he seems to be backing up somewhere and going away. Is it for me? Is it for my neighbor? Where's he going? Oh, it is for me. Is it for me? I think it is for me. I don't know what I ordered though from Amazon. Hold on, I'll be back in just 2 and 2. How are you doing?
Not bad. You're 24, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome. Have a good one.
Oh my god, it's my new iced coffee cup of the world. I'm so excited. Okay, so this was the original. Well, I feel like I should start, I should finish the cosmetic story first since I never finish a story over here ever. But so I was looking for a cosmetics bag online. The problem is, the one that I have, this is what I was gonna say, I've had it forever. And I mean, like if you guys saw it, you'd be like, Peter, like this is really old. It has a zipper on the outside, it has a zipper on the inside, well, like a zippered compartment. So like on the outside, I put like my contacts, like a package of contacts, and then like Q-tips. On the inside, I keep like Band-Aids and stuff like that in the zipper pockets. It's really deep, and it doesn't have like a bunch of side stuff inside. So I can put my cologne, I can put my contact solution, I can put like my electric razor, my straight razor, shaving cream, all that kind of stuff in there. So it works perfectly. Well, I feel like I need a new one, and I kind of like to have a little bit of a bigger one so I don't worry so much about like, because it's always packed completely full. But like when I was looking at stuff last night, I didn't really see any that were any better than that. You know what I mean? So I don't know if anybody has suggestions for cosmetics bags that you like or your partner likes that you would swear by, please let me know in the comment section below. Or DM me, because I'm totally looking for that. Okay, so the other day, I think I told you guys about this. I got online, I think it was when I was looking for these. I think I just put in, well, I was looking for these, and then I started looking up like iced coffee tumblers, coffee cups online on Amazon. And this one came up, and this is like a really popular brand, and it's called Ember. I guess it's not Amber. I have known a few Ambers though, but Ember. I feel like I'm doing a haul right now. Anyway, so this one was expensive though. And I bought one, and the one sitting inside that was like half the price of this. It was like $19.99. It's sitting on the counter inside. I showed it to Alex twice. The second time he goes, "You showed that to me yesterday." I get so excited about showing my things. It's like show and tell. Anyway, this was the first one that I bought, and this one was kind of expensive, you guys. It was like $43. But I was like, oh, I'm really all about this. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Ember. It doesn't look a whole lot different than... It doesn't look a whole lot different than the one that I have sitting inside. Okay, I don't know anything about this. Glass, cold, tumbler. And then it says... Oh my... The ideal complement to your daily ritual. The only thing I didn't like about it is I think it's only 16 ounces. Keep your drink cold. Taste the difference. We use materials that maintain the taste of your beverage so they always taste as they did when they... How would you do that? Ready for anything, spill proof, includes 2 sipping options. Like, this is almost exactly like the other cup. So I don't know why I paid so much for it. Are you ever convinced that, like, more means better? Should we talk about that for a second? Like, sometimes I feel like that. Because here's the thing. Do you know what I mean by that? That, like, if you pay more for it, then it means it's gonna be better quality. I don't know. We'll see. I have the other one that's half the price sitting inside. Here's the thing. I'm, like, doing this all wrong. Okay. I, many times, will buy something that's, like, the knockoff version or the generic. See, it comes in such a nice case, so why wouldn't you think it was so much better? I will buy something that's, like, generic or half the price. Not always, but often I will do that. I just did this with something recently. And I told Alex, I said, this was such a waste of money. I can't remember what it was. It was something that I showed in a haul. Because I was so disappointed, like, when I started looking more at it. And I was like, what was it that I just bought recently? It wasn't the fans, the travel fans. I can't remember what it was. But I was like, instead of spending... What is going on? Something's on my eyebrow. I was like, instead of spending... the money to get the main brand of it, I'm gonna do like the knockoff for like $40 less, and I was real disappointed in it. I can't remember what it was, and I was like, see, this is why you don't do that. But there's a sticker on the outside of this thing. I'm not gonna be able to get this open. Oh, there's 2 stickers. Are you kidding me? Can we use Walter's stick? Drop it. This is not gonna work. I'm gonna need a key or something to get this open. Oh, well, we'll find out later. That was a big surprise, wasn't it? Okay. We'll find out later. Do I have anything in my pockets or anything? Oh, I have that battery. Maybe I could use the battery to... Always thinking. Always thinking. I don't want to ruin this battery, though, because I think this is my brand new battery that I got. It wasn't the battery that I bought that I was like, I need a knife, is what I need. Has anybody started the new season of Dark Winds yet? Ooh, I think I might have this. I was gonna start it last night, and then I was like, oh, I'm so proud of myself for that. Okay, let's open it. Da da da. This is like almost exactly like the other one that I got, except the brand is Ember. The one thing I will say about it is, as far as like, I am not a glass person, and the reason why is because Yeah, this is just a fancier version of the one that I bought inside. I would have gone with a cheaper version, and then you get like the straws and stuff like that. I don't really, to be honest with you. The other one actually has a bamboo top on it. I mean, this is nice. It's fine. I prefer, I don't know, I knew that this was glass when I bought it. I'm so fully aware that this was glass. I don't like buying glass stuff because, like, all of our glasses inside, we have glasses. But, like, as most of the stuff, like Alex has a couple, like, glass wine glasses, but, like, all the glasses that I usually use are, like, plastic. I don't like glasses as far as, like, having them on tables and breaking and stuff like that. Y'all know I'm clumsy as hell. Okay, and then it comes with, like, a little cleaner, and then it comes with a straw, which I would use. I mean, I'm still gonna use this cup. It's cute. Do I think it's worth $43? Hell, no. Not at all. Not on the last Sunday if the world was ending. The straw is even cheaper than the straw that I got in the other one. I actually looked up, because this Ember had quite a few different cups on there. I mean, it's not bad. Do you hear all the birds? Somebody sent me, they were like, I know you don't like TikTok, but you need to check out this channel, and it's all they do is feed birds. I live. Okay. I mean, it's not bad. Now I don't remember what story I was going to tell you guys before. I know you guys do, but I don't. I'm disappointed in this. I shouldn't have spent the money on it. I knew I shouldn't have. I had them both in my cart, and I was like, you should get the cheaper one and see if you even like it. Well, what this will do is, it'll just force me to use this more often. Because do you want to know my trick? So you don't feel guilty about buying something. Okay, when I say this, there are people out there that are so negative that'll be like, that doesn't make any sense at all. I don't care. It doesn't need to make sense to you. It needs to make sense to me. Okay. Like, let's say you buy a pair of shoes that you really want, okay? And they're $100. This is a trick I taught myself years ago. It is not that cold out here. I do not need all this on, but it's very comfy cozy. Okay, so like this, say there's a pair of shoes you want. And now, like, this wouldn't work with, like, Cologne. I don't know, like, why Cologne for me is the exception. Because I need to buy some Cologne right now. I just bought, like, well, I need to buy Creed. I don't need to buy Cologne. I need to buy Creed. I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. Because it's my favorite cologne, and it's also the most expensive cologne. We're also so we share the Louis Vuitton colognes. Alex wears them more often than I do. I usually only wear, well, the one that we have, they don't make anymore. Cactus, whatever it is, or Pacific Rim. It's one of those two they don't make anymore. Cactus Garden or Pacific Rim. Pacific Chill. One of those they don't make anymore. But Meteor, which is what my neighbor across the street got me started on, Alex and I both wear it. And you can get it refilled for like almost half the price. It's a little bit more than that. But I need to do that, and I need to, oh, we should do that tomorrow. I don't want to spend the money though. And then I need to get more Creed. But I've been trying to put it off, and I need a new computer. I mean, I can afford this stuff. I just try to, like, do, like, one, like, major purchase a month. I'm not trying to... Oh, I will tell you this, though. If you guys watched my haul. So I was with Caroline, and I went to Sephora, and I bought 3 colognes. Because I was like, I need more daily colognes, and I was out of Chanel Blue. So I bought Chanel Blue, which I get a lot of compliments from people about Chanel Blue all the time. I have the little atomizer I carry it in my bag all the time. Chanel Blue is probably my go-to daily one. But then, if you're looking for a new cologne or new scent, I think this is actually unisex, maybe. I think they market it as a men's cologne, not Chanel Blue. I mean, I feel like any cologne or perfume could be unisex, kind of. But then I got Chanel Egoist, which I used to wear when I was, like, going out back in the day. And I think I might have bought it, like, 4 or 5 years ago. And I remember, like, at that time, I was like, I don't remember loving this way. And I didn't really wear it that much. I think Alex wore it more than me. Well, I got it again when we were at Sephora. And I don't ever get compliments on it when I wear it out. Never. Like, nobody ever says you smell good in it. But I love it so much. Okay, I got this YSL cologne. I think it's new. It's in a silver bottle. It's myself. Hold on a second. But it's a silver bottle. And they only have the small size. Okay, I have gotten so many... Here it is. It's the YSL Myself Absolute. They have it at Sephora. You can get it at like Macy's, anywhere like that, I think. Warm woods. So I really like woodsy scents, like what I think a lot of people would consider like more masculine scents. I think this is kind of a unisex scent, though, she said to me in there. I don't think it's, no, it says men's cologne on here. But it's Myself, MYSLF, Absolute with ginger and woods. Okay, I love this so much, but they only have a small size in it. I've gotten so many compliments on this. Like, everywhere I go, people are like, I mean, the last time I've gotten that many compliments on something is Secreta Venice. I was kind of surprised. I don't like it as much as Secreta Venice, but I was kind of surprised. I think, like, over the next, once I buy the Creed, I think over the next couple months, like, one thing I might do is, like, try to buy, like, go to Sephora and buy, like, there is this cardinal. I wish I could show you. It's at my neighbor's house. It's right behind the, oh my god, it just flew off. It is this big, plump, red cardinal. It's now up in the tree. If it came closer to me, I would show you guys. I need to start putting the bird stuff out. I'm thinking about, like, maybe every other month. I don't know. Like, if I have tons of cologne, I won't wear them. That's the thing. Like, I have 3 or 4 that I like. But then I bought this YSL one, and I don't think I like it as much as other people do, but I go to it a lot. Because when I wear it, people are like, oh my god, you smell so good. By the way, the little string thing of this came out. Alex can fix that stuff. I have it saved in the kitchen. It just came, like, unroped. I kept on trying to fix it, and I couldn't fix it, so I'm gonna have Alex look at it. But anyway. So, yeah, oh, this is my trick, okay? Like, I don't know why I'm saying cologne, because cologne is something I use, like, every single day, and I spray on, like, so much. I really do. Like, it's overboard. I mean, I don't smell, you know, like, it's funny because, like, I spray a lot on, and, like, Alex will be like, yeah, Peter puts, like, 6 sprays of cologne on or whatever, and people are like, you don't really smell that strong. I'm really weird about smells. Like, I always have mint and gum. Like, I brush my teeth like 4 or 5 times a day. Like, my breath has to smell like super fresh. People are always like, oh my god, you smell so good, blah, 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 whatever. And, like, cologne. Like, I'm real weird about cologne, too. But it can't be, like, too much. Like, I have a certain way that I spray my cologne so that it's, like, not too much. It's not like I'm like body spray, like Axe body spray in the 80s. Did we even have Axe body spray in the 80s? I never wore those body sprays back then. I actually wear full body deodorant now, some of them. There's one I just got recently. I actually got it online because it was like a 3-pack. It's Degree, but it's not one, like Degree has the full body sprays, but this is like, it's a full body deodorant. And it's like a 40-hour free. I need to show this because I really, really like this. It smells very fresh. After I lotion, after I get out of the shower, I always spray it all over my body. The other one that I absolutely love is, well, it's my #1 favorite, is the Shampure by Aveda. It only comes back during the holidays. I've talked about this on here before. They don't have it, like, regularly. I bought the chakra sprays from Aveda, and I didn't like them at first, but if you like Alex loves them. He thinks they smell like a spa. But he loves anything that smells like a spa. He wears that amber oil. Do you know what I'm talking about? Not amber like the oil, but it's a brand. It's out of Indianapolis, actually. I think he knows the owner of it. It's like AMBRE. A lot of people, I don't know if like on a national level, because I do know it's out of Indianapolis, and so they sell it a lot here in little small boutiques and hair salons and stuff. But, I was like, what is that sound? But anyway, Alex does know her because we met her. I met her and her husband at Rev. We went to Rev the last time. She was super, super friendly. But really, now I'm like, I can see the whole interaction in my head. But anyway, there's a plane. Where's somebody going? But the oils smell very like spa-ish. My mom liked those too. Not just patchouli oil, but oils. I like spa smells to go to a spa. I don't like walking out smelling like a spa. Unless I'm putting on pajamas and stuff like that. You know what I mean? The Shampure I loved. Oh my god, I should look it up. I should look it up every once in a while because if I don't, then Shampure. I do that with a D squared icon hat every once in a while. Like probably once a month I put D squared icon corduroy hat on. Never comes up. Okay. What was I looking up? Shampure body spray. I actually bought a dupe online, and it smells like it, but oh, $119 on eBay. This is exactly what it looks like. It's $119 on eBay, and that's probably expired, right? What do you guys think of Salt and Stone? Should I start doing Salt and Stone? Does anybody love the brand Salt and Stone? And what should I buy from there? Here, $109 on Poshmark. No, so they only offer it, like, the Aveda Shampoo Perfume Body Mist. It's so good, you guys. Like, I mean, next time that comes out, I'm buying like 4 bottles of it. Limited edition 100mm spray features a brand signature calming aroma of 25 pure flower and plant essences, including lavender, petite grain, and ylang ylang. Due to its limited availability, alternatives like the Something Special shampoo or body spray are popular options. What's that? Doesn't even pull up. Well, you can get the shampoo and the conditioner, you just can't. What's that? Aveda Spirit Spray. See, here are the okay, here are the chakra sprays. I don't know which ones I have. $38. I don't think I paid that much for it. I guess I did. It says 3.4 ounces. I feel like mine are smaller than that. Maybe I didn't pay. Maybe I got it. Can you get a smaller size? Anyway, I don't remember which ones I have. I just picked up 2 because they all smell kind of the same to me. Okay, when I first got them, I didn't like them. Alex loves them. Now I like them. The thing about them is, you're not supposed to just spray them on. You're like supposed to spray them on and like smooth them in. They make your, like, it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a glazed donut. No, what's the word I'm looking for? That's like, it's kind of like body oil a little bit, but it's body spray. I like how they smell now. Like, now I really, really like them. But anyway. Oh, here was my trick. So let's say if you want to, you buy a pair of shoes, right? And you're like, oh, I don't know, I don't really need them, but they're $100, okay? I mean, I keep screenshots of stuff for months until I talk myself out of buying it. That's a trick, first of all. I never buy something the first time that I look at it. Like, I screenshot it, and then I go back and look at it. I have tabs, well, I don't now, but for a long time I had tabs open on my computer where I go back and look at stuff. I had to really convince myself to buy something. So, I shopped a lot back in the day and got myself into bad debt and stuff like that. I'm like, I will never allow myself to do that again. So that's why I do the budgeting and setting money aside. And I mean, I could buy any of the stuff that I wanted to, like right now, because I set so much money aside every month and then I roll it over the next month. The deal for me is, if you haven't heard me tell the story, is that like every 3 to 6 months, well, it's usually more like 6 months, whatever I haven't spent in my budget, which is just like extra spending for clothes and whatever, I roll over into a personal account and then I pay myself out of it into my personal savings. So for me, it's like a payoff if I don't buy things. That was a real good trick for me. That was like, and I don't think I heard that from anybody. Maybe I did. I don't know. But I just kind of learned that on my own, where I would like pay myself out at the end of every 3. Well, first it was like every 3 months because I like wanted to pad my savings account, but now it's almost like every 6 months. I usually do it around like my birthday and around like Christmas time. I'll pay myself out, and it's usually kind of like a big payment to my savings. Not huge, not like 20,000 or something, but you know, I mean, like enough that it makes a difference. And that's a good way for me to like add to my personal savings. So instead of like the money that I budgeted. So what I do is, like, I set a certain amount of money aside every month in my budget for, like, just buying stuff that I want, right? It's not extravagant, but it's enough that I can have the life that I want to have. So anyway, and like, travel is separate, bills are separate, groceries, all that stuff is separated, okay? Like, in my budget. But, like, let's just say I set aside, like, $100 for stuff that I want to buy, okay? And then that month, I don't spend, let's say if I spend 80, not 100, then 20 of it goes to the next month. So it'll go to, like, March, right? So then I have $120 to spend in March. So then at the end of March, if I haven't spent any of that money in March, okay, then I'm rolling 120 over, so then it's 220. Does that make sense? Okay. So then by the end of June, typically, I'm over quite a bit. So whatever I'm over, I write to myself as a personal payment into my savings account. This was, okay, for 2 reasons, this has been fantastic. Number one, because I budgeted out then what I could spend, and I don't go over that ever. Like, I do not go over that. So therefore, I never get into debt. My attitude is if you don't have cash to pay for it, you shouldn't be buying it in the first place. And I know we don't live in that kind of like world, but I'm talking about like, I'm not talking about house, food, bills, stuff like that. I'm talking about my attitude towards myself is on items that I don't need, but that I want. If I could not buy it with what I have in the bank account right now, there's no need for me to have it. Like, I don't need it. Like, what's the difference between a need, a desire, and a want? Like, those are really huge differences. The camera stopped. I had to really start thinking about money completely differently. I think that was like one of my big attitudes that really helped. It wasn't so much about my spending, it was about how I thought about it. So then when I started this trick of whatever I had left over, I would roll into my savings account, which for me, my savings feels like a safety net, okay? I mean, early on, it was $200, you know, but like, over time, like my mom kind of taught me this. She's like, you know, if you put $5 in here, $5 in there, then over time it grows. And it's the truth. And so, I mean, obviously, it's very simple. I mean, it's kind of like the Christmas fund, you know? Like, I still know people that do the Christmas fund. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Where every week you put like $10 or $5 into it, and then in October you can take it out and you can do all your Christmas shopping. It's really a brilliant idea, honestly. But for me, like when I'm looking at something online and I'm thinking like, oh, I really want this. This is why I've been pushing the Cologne, okay? Because like, I'm like, if I can make it to the next month, like right now I'm not planning on buying Creed until March. If I make it till March, then what I don't spend on Creed in February, I can carry to March. Does that make sense? Okay. But then it really makes me think about what I need and what I want. I don't need the Creed at all. I mean, I just don't. So that's definitely a want. Like, I don't need it. I've got enough cologne sitting up there. I don't need it. It's a want. But I'm also going to allow myself to have some things that I want in my life. You know, like life is short and I can't afford it and whatever. But it's changed this attitude with me as far as like, there's a lot of things that like, I'll look up and I'll look up and I'll look up and I'm like, no, you don't need this. Like, you don't need this. Like, to be honest with you, like, I kind of beat myself up about buying this. And I'm definitely beating myself up about buying it now because it's really no different than the $19 one. And I didn't need 2 of them. So why, right? But like, okay, I'll get over that. But knowing that if I don't spend it or don't buy it, then it's going to go to the next month and then I'm going to do a payout, like have a bigger payout of my savings. Like, that's motivation for me to not buy stuff. And then it's like, because back in the day, my motivation was, I really want this. Well, now my motivation is, you're going to have better savings. And then that savings will equal security or a trip you and Alex can take or redoing the house earlier and stuff like that. So it was really, to me, a lot about, like, looking at money differently. I really, like, the whole attitude. I can remember when Tanya and I would go to, like, Meijer back in the day. It was really when I started changing a lot of this. And, I can't remember what book it was, but anyway, some book it said, it wasn't the Dave Ramsey book. Somebody said something to me about the Dave Ramsey book that I read on here. I read that book like the year I got with Alex. I don't know anything about Dave Ramsey today. All I know is that book greatly helped me. That's all I know. Greatly helped me look at money differently, but I don't know anything about Dave Ramsey today. I didn't even know if he was still alive, and I think I said that in that video. But it wasn't that book, Total Money Makeover. It was another book that I got, and it said in there something like, if you're at a store and you want something, I literally would do this. And then it just kind of came easily. Like if you're like looking at these gloves and you're like, do I need these or do I want them? Well, I have 5 pairs of gloves, so I don't need them, but I want them. And then you have to make the decision, like, is it worth it to you? I wouldn't put everything back, but at first I did. At first, I was like, I was so strict with that. Now I'm not, you know? Now I'm like, but every time I'm like out, I'm like, do I need it or do I want it? When Caroline and I were at the mall the other day, there were a lot of things I wanted. A lot of things. We walked past candle stores. I was like, I could spend $100 right here on candles. I was like, I don't need it. Then I got home and realized I'm almost out of candles. Did I tell you guys that? I don't even know how I'm almost out of candles. I've had this box of Goose Creek candles sitting in the garage forever that I didn't even put in the cabinet. I've got 2 left. I looked in the cabinet. I have, like, no little candles left. Like, none. But I'm going to wait. But, see, I usually buy them from Trader Joe's because they're $3.49. And they last forever. But they don't have any. They haven't had candles there the last couple months. So, anyway. Here's the trick. I got to get to the trick. This just kind of works on, like, bigger items. Like clothing items. Bags. So, work on a bag for you. Okay. So, let's say there's something that you want. Like, say there's a pair of shoes you want for $100, okay? But you're like, I don't really need them. But you want them. So you buy the shoes, okay? The first time you wear them, you've now reduced the price in half. Those are now $50 shoes. If you wear them twice, cuts that in half. They're now $25 shoes, okay? You wear them as many times until you've, like, worn out the price of what the shoes were. Does that make sense? Until they're down to zero. Then you've got your worth out of the shoes. Then you don't feel bad anymore about it. No, but I do that. Because I'm real good. Like, I'm trying not to do this anymore. Like, I know, like, it's so funny because every once in a while people will be like, oh my god, hauls, overconsumption. I'm like, have you watched my hauls? It's like literally groceries from Trader Joe's. Y'all don't eat? Well, I'm not supposed to have food anymore. You know, where it would be like, candle melts that I use. Like, I just told you, I don't have any candles in this house. I have, like, literally, like, 2 Goose Creek candles and, like, maybe, like, 1 or 2 candles down underneath the cabinet. That's it. Wax melts. I have enough wax melts. I don't need any wax melts right now. But it's funny because, like, people every once in a while will say something about my hauls, and I'm like, my hauls are literally, like, grocery Costco hauls, like Trader Joe's hauls. But, like, I'll buy something. Well, oh, I bought this stuff. I don't even know if I showed this in a haul. I think I did. I'm kind of like, I'll save stuff too. This is where I'm bad about it. Like, I try to remember my mom, because my mom would save stuff, and she'd be like, I'm going to use this one day, and then she passed away, and she never used it. You know, I talk about my mom, the bedding that she had. She had this Halston bedding. I don't even know where she got it. Halston. It's yellow and white flower. Well, it was mostly white, but had little yellow flowers that looked like watercolor paintings all over it. She had the comforter. She had the blanket. It was one of Pee-Pee, our dog's favorite blankets. She had the sheets. She had everything about it. So, when my mom passed away before we moved in here, I think that's maybe when I can't remember when I put it on. But she kept it in the closet, like, years. She bought it, and she got it on sale somewhere. My mom was, like, such a clearance shopper. And I'd say, Mom, why don't you use that beautiful, like, Halston bedding? And she'd say, no, one day. She never used it. It was staying in the closet when she passed away. It was beautiful bedding. I mean, it was, I wouldn't say it was super feminine, but it was kind of feminine. But the blanket was, we still have the blanket, because Pee-Pee loved that blanket so much. It was so soft. And I try not to do that. But, like, every once in a while, like, I try to save stuff till spring. Like, right now I'm doing that, kind of. Like, I bought this stuff at Dick's Sporting Goods when I was there with Caroline. Like, I bought a pair of these really soft cotton jeans. And then I bought 2 t-shirts. Who is slamming doors and stuff? Maybe it's a delivery truck. Laura was texting me earlier. Is it Laura? Oh, it's a delivery truck. Oh, no, it's the mail. It couldn't be the mail, though. Since our mail guy has been gone, he's having another surgery. We, like, every day, it's a different mail person. Like, every single day. Did we get anything good? Any good mail? Never. Anything good. What was I looking on here for? Did I tell you guys about my new show I started last night? Okay, so let me tell you about what I watched last night. Alex and I watched Beverly Hills. So we were sitting down, and, okay, so I said to him, what do you want to eat? And he goes, pizza or fries. I said, okay. And he goes, why, what do you want? I said, well, we don't have to order from the same place. And I said, I'll just order it, like, tell me what you want. He goes, I don't know, I'm really thinking, like, Cheesecake Factory. I haven't ordered from Cheesecake Factory forever. So we were going to maybe go to Cheesecake Factory last night, but it was so cold that neither one of us wanted to leave. Then we were going to watch movies. I said, can you pick out which one of these Oscar movies you want to watch? He goes, well, I've got to look at all the trailers first. I said, well, let's just catch up on our shows then. So I was going to order something from, like, Noodles and Company or whatever. I was going to order him Cheesecake Factory, but to be honest with you, I was like, let's just do Cheesecake Factory. So I ordered from Cheesecake Factory. I don't even remember what I got now. They have, like, pickle fries. Oh my god, that are new. That were really, really good. And then got his stuff. And then the food came, and we started watching it before, Beverly Hills. So we watched the first episode of Beverly Hills. I said, can we save the second one for tonight? He was like, yeah. So, because I wanted to watch RuPaul's Drag Race, because it was Snatch Game, which is where they do the celebrity impersonations. I didn't think this was, I I think it was one of the worst ones they've ever done. Anyway, it was like Snatch Game, Love Island, something. Anyway, so it wasn't Love Island people. It was just supposed to be like they were at Love Island. They were either really, really good or really, really bad. I will say this, and I'm not going to say anything about it, but I'm not really sure what's going on with the show. Like, for years now, people have said, I've never really clocked it before. It's not a RuPaul Picks a Favorite thing. It's like RuPaul... Who's texting me? It's like RuPaul... And I don't think it's just RuPaul. I think it's other producers, too. Like, kind of pick the direction they want the show to go. It was very, very clear who won the lip sync last night. I actually looked it up online. Like, I never go to Twitter. And last night I went to Twitter because I was like, are people talking about this? And nobody was really talking about it. I kind of couldn't believe it. Because, like, on Instagram, I mean, it's not, you're not gonna see people talking about it. So anyway, I was like, it was so clear last night, to me at least, and to Alex too. The person that, so at the end of RuPaul's Drag Race, the two losers, the two bottom people, have to, like, lip sync for their life to a song. And then the one that wins, like, gets to stay. And the other one gets Shantae, you stay, and Sashay away. It was so clear who won. First of all, but RuPaul voted the opposite. Like, RuPaul kicked out the person that it was so obvious that won. The other person that got to stay didn't even know the words to the song. When one of the things they've said a lot, and to this person, is, you need to know your words to lip sync. Michelle Visage said 2 episodes, she's one of the judges, said, you're a drag queen, your one job is to lip sync to songs. She didn't know the song. They showed her. They didn't know that she didn't know the song, the words to the song. Not to mention, her dancing and her lip sync were not that fine. I don't understand why she was kept. I really don't get it. Didn't make any sense to me whatsoever. So anyway, and like, people say that stuff about RuPaul's Drag Race all the time, and like, to be honest with you, like I said, I don't really clock it that much. Like, usually, like, who they kick off is who I think should be kicked off. Like, every once in a blue moon. This season kind of feels like, I'll be honest with you, what I really thought, I was like, is she saving her for All Stars? Who was texting me like crazy? I was like, is she saving her for All Stars? Sometimes they do that. Like, let's kick them off early and have them go in All Stars. Aww. That's cute. So I was like, is that what it is? Or, I don't know. Like, it just was real weird to me. Then we watched Untucked. And then, that was when Alex watched Love Island, and I went to sleep. And then when I got up, or I read in bed for a little bit, and then I took my nap. And then, when I got up, I watched, oh, I wanted to bring my baton out here. I love that somebody said, you're a pretty good baton twirler. Yeah, honey, I know how to baton twirl, trust me. I could, listen, I think people think it's a joke. No, like, when I was a little kid, I would, like, have everybody teach me the tricks. I still know it. I love that somebody in there said, because I never remember this word, and I'm so thankful that you said the word. They said, when I was growing up, my friend twirled batons, and she called herself a majorette. Yes, that's what a baton twirler is, a majorette, at the front of the parade, at the front of the band, a majorette. Thank you for reminding me of that word. I was so happy. I want to be a majorette. Or a rockette when I grow up. Or a movie star. Somebody took it so seriously the other day, and I said something about being a movie star, and they go, well, Peter first. First you need this, you need acting classes, then you need a SAG card, and then you do that. You actually don't need a SAG card to be in movies. I don't know if anybody knows that, but you don't need that. A lot of times the way you get your SAG card is by being in a movie. But I'm talking more about, like, did you guys watch that movie years ago? Like, well, what was the movie that took place after Katrina that was, like, Beasts of the whatever? Like, a lot of those people had never been, like, in a movie before. For anybody that wants to fight me on that, by the way, like, all documentary films, if you think that those people have their SAG cards that are documentary films, they don't. Okay, so, like, I know about this. I have friends of mine that are very much in the industry. One of my very dear friends has her SAG card. Oh, the camera just went to the battery just went to the halfway mark. Anyway, and I know, because I know people are Googling that shit right now. Anyway. So anyway, but what was that movie with Tom Hanks or something like that? He was a captain of a ship. Remember, the guy was up for Best Supporting Actor, and he had never been in a movie before. That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's what I want to be. I'm not talking about making a profession out of acting, okay? And it's all a joke, anyway. I'm talking about, like, they just find me on the street, like a found actor. You know, like, what I mean? Anyway, that's what I want to be, a found actor. Or a sex symbol. Or a majorette. Would you guys not die? Like, this is something I could do for the neighborhood. Is that I could, and I can tell you right now, not everybody, but some people would do it. If I said something like, if I put out flyers, oh, I should get Laura to do this. Laura would so do this to me, with me. If we were like, because of all the sadness in the world, we want to host a parade from 1 to 1:30 on Saturday, you know, like, May whatever, and come with us, bring your batons, wear your brightest clothes, and then we would just like walk down the street with all of our dogs, and we would like have a parade just through our neighborhood. People would do it. There'd be like 6 of us out there. I should do that. I'm gonna talk to Laura about that, and we should arrange that. Wouldn't that be so fun? Anyway, so last night, well, I was gonna watch a movie or something. I read a lot last night, actually, but I sat down and I finished Sherwood last night. It was so good. I knew I'd say this. It's one of those slow burn shows, but let me just tell you, Tanya was so right about it. It was so good. The last episode of Sherwood just tied it all up for me. So then, what else did I watch last night? Hold on a second. What did I watch? Did you guys hear all those dogs, all those birds that sound like chickens? Oh, I made a list last night of all the BritBox shows that I've watched. Oh, here's somebody walking down the street. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Some random kid walking down the street is like, are his parents coming along? I was outside yesterday and there was these like 3 kids on their bikes, and they were probably like, they were young. They must be at their like grandma or grandpa's house or something like that. They were all like 6. So these 3 boys, and they went crazy when they saw Walter and Otis. I had them out there on the leashes. Walter gets real scared. He like backs up, but the first one was probably like maybe a little bit older. Maybe they weren't like 6 and 8. They were young though. But the first one like got off his bike and he just stood there and he was like, can we pet them? And I was like, yeah, sure. And so he came over. Otis gets real excited when people want to pet him. Like, Otis doesn't know a stranger, but Walter kind of like stands back. Like, he's not really sure. And so then the other 2 got off their bikes. Like, their kids are always real like, you know, people are like, oh, kids will like go crazy and hurt your dogs and stuff like that. Kids are always super sensitive with it. It's interesting to me. Like, kids are always like really like very like, you know, like, pet the dog, is the dog okay, like, you know what I mean, like, they're very, kids are really good with like dogs. Well, the kids that I like have encountered anyway. But these 3 kids were so sweet, these 3 boys, and they're like, what are the oldest one was like, what are their names? I was like, this is Otis and he's Walter. And Walter was kind of standing back, and then when he saw that like Otis was getting all the, because they were all 3 just like kind of petting him, Otis, then like Walter kind of like walked over. It was real quick. It was real cute. So anyway, I made a list last night of all the BritBox shows that I'm watching. I think I may have missed some, but so far I've watched 12, well, not in completion, but 12 BritBox shows. Broadchurch, Happy Valley, Shetland, The Bay. I'm not talking about British shows in general. I'm talking about specific to BritBox. Broadchurch, Happy Valley, Shetland, The Bay, Sherwood, Vera, Unforgotten, Passenger, After the Flood, The Long Call, The Fall, Karen Paris. And last night I started, did I put Sherwood on here? Yeah. Last night I started this one that's from 2015, and it's called, shoot, I'm gonna have to pull up my Prime. Darkness, From Darkness. Here it is, right here. I'm on the 2nd episode. From Darkness. Yeah. Okay, it's from 2015, and it is a mini-series. I think it didn't get renewed because it was like a mini-series they aired on BritBox. Has anybody watched this? Okay, you want to talk about slow burn? It's a slow burn in the first episode. It is so good. It was exactly, why am I in my head thinking I watched something else last night? Why can't I keep on like in my head being like, I need to tell you guys about something I watched. Let me go down to my watch TV shows. That was a lot the night before. Weekly TV. Okay, there's a new documentary out. It's 3 episodes. It's on Hulu. or Disney, and it's called Girl on the Run. And it's about this woman that escaped from a prison in Indiana. I will be watching that this weekend, and I will be reacting to it this week. Just FYI, if anybody wants to watch that. So From Darkness is what I'm watching right now. And it's about this woman, and she was like a detective in Manchester, and she worked under this guy, and they had like a romantic relationship, but they've like split up, and then he was gonna break up with his wife or whatever, but now like he's got kids with his wife, and she's married and has a daughter, and she has quit the police force, and she lives like, I don't know, one of these coastal towns that looks so beautiful. Like her backyard's literally like, I thought it was the battery's flashing at me. She lives like, her backyard literally goes out to the ocean. It's gorgeous. Okay. Well, at the very beginning, they find these, it's a slow burn because it's kind of slow, but I will tell you this, like, it is really good to watch late at night. Like, I was kind of scared last night watching it. So anyway, so at the beginning of it, they find these two bodies of these women, and it's from 15 years before. Like, their bodies have been there for 15 years, and they're like these street prostitutes. Well, when she quit like 15 years ago, working for the police force in Manchester, and it had partly to do with this case because she got obsessed with these missing street prostitutes that were going missing in Manchester. And nobody would really take her seriously in the police force. They were like, it doesn't really matter. They're like missing women anyway. Oh my God, has that come out yet? That's the other thing I want to watch. This is one of my most anticipated shows of 2026. I took a screenshot of it. Can we just, Boo Radley used to do this. Can I show you what Otis is doing now? Look, he's looking out from the stairway. Is that not so cute? Here it is. Lost Women of Alaska. Is it on HBO Max yet? Okay, let's look and see when it comes out. This documentary is so important. It's about missing and murdered Indigenous women in Alaska. It's supposed to be so fantastic. Okay, when does this come out? I think it may have come out this weekend, but I didn't see it on my list. Release date. I cannot wait to watch this. Wednesday, February 25th, from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m., the 3-hour documentary event. Yeah, comes out Wednesday. I cannot wait to watch it. It's from Octavia Spencer's Aura Entertainment. It is supposed to be unbelievable, and it's a really, really, really important documentary to watch. So anyway, the other one is about a woman that escaped from prison in Indiana. I don't know anything about this. How did I not know anything about it? Somebody asked me what I think about the Nancy Guthrie case about, was it her mother or whatever? I have not been following that case at all, but I will tell you, every one of my friends is. My sponsor, oh my God, obsessed. Tanya Jean, obsessed. Nikki, obsessed. Mel and I haven't really talked a whole lot about it, actually. It kind of surprises me. Although Mel was telling me that supposedly Alec Murdaugh might be getting another trial because of jury tampering or something. Anyway, I don't remember what I watched. I was sitting there reading, and then I listened to my audiobook. Oh! I was folding laundry in the basement. I was listening to my audiobook. God, I'm trying so hard to get through that Kathy Reich's book. I think it's like, I'm feeling like it's bad because it just is taking me so long to get through. So I finished Sherwood last night. I think I had half of episode 5 and then all of episode 6 to watch Sherwood. So I got done with that. And then I started this one called From Darkness. Okay, so I was already telling you guys about it. So it's about these street prostitutes. It was 3 street prostitutes that went missing. So the show's from 2015. So they went missing in the late 90s, okay? And this woman that was like a constable, she was like low end of the police department in Manchester. Like, nobody's taking her seriously about these street prostitutes. She's also at the time having an affair with her like supervisor. So she leaves the police force. She's like, I can't do this anymore. So she leaves. Well, 15 years later, they find 2 bodies of 2 of the missing women. So they want her to come back and work on it. She doesn't want any part of it. She's like, the case is too grueling to her. It has bad memories. Plus, she had this relationship with this guy. But anyway, then some things happen in the first episode that kind of like, she has to get back involved in it again. She's kind of torn between like, should I? Her husband doesn't want her to. Like, they have a peaceful life. Like, it really destroyed her emotionally. This is one of the things I love about these British TV shows, is there's always background history to these characters. The characters are so, and maybe it's just the ones I'm watching, although I added some new BritBox shows to my list last night, but maybe it's just the ones I'm picking, but I feel like they are so, like, the character development is so multi-layered. Like, they're not just like, I mean, there's a lot of good US shows too that I really like the character development of it, but a lot of the U.S. shows that I watch, I just don't feel like have this kind of on it. The multi-layered character development. I love characters. Like, you sell me on a character, I'll watch a show for years and years and years. It's one of the reasons why I love Vera right now, because the character of Vera just keeps on, like, the onion keeps on peeling back. I actually haven't watched Vera probably in over a week because I've been watching this other stuff. This I will be finishing this weekend. I think Alex and I will probably watch a movie or two tonight. When I came out here to vlog, he was like going to lay down and maybe take a nap or something. I was like, well, I want to take a nap later too. So, anyway. What was I saying? So anyway, this show, I started watching it last night. I watched the first episode, and then, how far did I get in the second episode? I think I got like halfway through the second episode. It's 4 episodes and each one's an hour. Is that one of those ghost cars? Oh no, it's a kid on, is that like a bike? He was like in Birkenstocks and socks. There's a lot of kids in this neighborhood this weekend. Oh, I'm halfway through the second episode. From Darkness. Okay, 2 things in 2025 that were money well spent. Number 1, my Kindle. I know I talk about this like every day. I just want you guys to imagine this, okay? So, Alex is asleep. Dogs are, in their house downstairs. I get into bed late at night, dark outside. I get into bed, get everything settled, get my alarm set. Okay. Then I get into bed. I flip my pillow over, which is like one of my favorite things to do. I like a firm pillow, okay? So I flip my pillow over so it's real firm. And then I put my arm like inside the blanket. This is how I do it, okay? Like this. And my other arm sits out like that so I can hold my Kindle. And then I put part of my leg out so I can feel the fan. And then I get on my Kindle and I read it. And I love it so much. Oh my God, it's like my favorite moment. Okay, 2 things money well spent in 2025. Number 1, my Kindle. I never thought, but if you're going to buy a Kindle, use it. Okay, I'm just going to tell you that right now. But I absolutely love my Kindle. And I've had 2 previous ones and I didn't really use them. I don't know what the difference is this time. Well, I'll be honest with you. Kindle Unlimited is kind of the difference for me, which is another money well spent. I was thinking about this last night. Like, I am like reading so many different books, but I think Kindle Unlimited is like $14.99 a month or $9.99 a month or whatever. Like, I'm definitely getting my money's worth out of that because it allows me, most of the books that I read, these apocalyptic books, like, if you only read bestsellers, I don't know that Kindle Unlimited would be worth it. Although Tanya reads mostly bestsellers. She gets a lot of them for like daily deals and the free whatever through Kindle Unlimited. I don't know how she does it. But anyway, all the books that I read, like the Cozy Mysteries and the apocalyptic books, they're all like, they're all free on Kindle Unlimited. So you just pay like a subscription price for that. Anyway, well, I guess 3 things, money well spent. The Kindle, but if you're going to do it, use it. Because, like, I didn't use it the last 2 times. I felt like I would like to read paperbacks more. Now I go back and forth. I like all of it. Number 1. Number 2, Kindle Unlimited. Number 3, which I wouldn't have gotten a Kindle and not gotten Kindle Unlimited. That's who I am as a person. But anyway, and number 3, BritBox. BritBox, if you like mysteries and thrillers, oh my God, with such good money well spent. Okay, let's go over to my list. I added Grace. A couple people of you told me. Ludwig. The Game. Somebody told me they watched The Game and they didn't really like it. This movie is with, I think, Anne Heche. I might watch it. The Vanished. I feel like I've seen it before. Hamish Macbeth. It looks like it came out in like 1995. Has anybody watched that? The Landscapers. This is not on BritBox. I think it's on HBO. And then There Were None, the UK broadcast version. That's on. Oh, I have Acorn TV now too. Did I tell you that? Okay. Blue Murder, Bancroft, The Wisting, The Marlowe Murder Club, My Life is Murder, The Tunnel, Annika, Haven, Black Snow, that's on Acorn, Rabbit Fall, Hidden, Black Shore, After the Hunt. Y'all tell me which ones of these are good. Oh, After the Hunt and Deadly Cheer, those are Lifetime movies. The Pembrokeshire Murders. Oh, that has that gay guy in it that I love. That actor that was in The Alienist. Oh, the battery's flashing at me. Did you ever watch The Alienist? The Alienist was with Dakota Fanning, was so good. The book's by Caleb Carr. Oh my God, but the show is 10 times better. Okay, I'm gonna change my battery and I'll be back in 2 and 2. Okay, I'm back. People ask me a lot. They're like, if you could watch, like Tanya will say this too a lot. Like, oh, like whenever I'm watching some show. She said this with Ozark. I still have not gotten through Ozark. That's a show I wish I could start from the beginning all over again. There's very few shows that I wish that I could watch from the very beginning all over again, like I'd never watched it. Probably Fear the Walking Dead would definitely be one of them. Maybe The Walking Dead, but Fear the Walking Dead, definitely. The Alienist, I was going to say. Lost. Oh my God, if I could watch Lost and not know anything about it. Oh my God, so good. But, The Alienist, but I will tell you, okay, like, it's not for the faint of heart. It's not, I mean, it's, so it takes place, I think it's like in the early 1900s. It takes place in the early 1900s in, New York City. And an alienist is like a psychiatrist at that time. And he works with a detective. Dakota Fanning's working for the police department, but she's like one of the first women. It's kind of based on some truth, but it's like, anyway, it has a lot to do with politics in New York City too. But it's really about these runaway boys that are dressing as girls, as prostitutes, that are being murdered in New York City. That's the first one. I think The Alienist, only the first one follows the book by Caleb Carr, that has, but there's like 3 seasons to it. The Alienist. The Alienist, watch. The Killing, too. Oh my God, one of my all-time favorite shows. Okay, you can watch The Alienist on Apple for free. It says Hulu, but it says you have to have an add-on. So if you have Apple TV, you can watch The Alienist. It's 2 seasons. It's fantastic. And then the other show besides Lost, which used to be, I think it was AMC, and then Netflix picked up for the final season, which is The Killing, 4 seasons. And you can watch it on Hulu or Disney, AMC. The Killing, I would absolutely recommend. It is so good. It's about a woman, and she's supposed to move the day the show starts with her fiance, but then she ends up staying, and she was in foster care, and she's a detective, and she gets a new partner, and he's an addict in recovery. They show meetings in there and stuff. But the mystery of it all is so fantastic. So anyway, I started that last night, and then I got into bed, and I read. That's like my favorite part of the day, is like reading on my Kindle. I love it so much. So today, I had all these videos that I was going to film. I mean, so many people were sending me this video that Gabby Hanna made. I haven't even watched it yet, called, I started a drama channel Saved My Life or something. Okay, girl. Anyway, I was going to make that video today, but I was like, you know what, that video can wait till Monday. So Alex is going to be gone a lot of the week, and so I was like, I'm just going to wait. Like, I'm going to spend the day with him, other than vlogging. I'm going to spend a day with him watching movies, relaxing, take my walk. I want to take like 2 naps today. Take a long shower, have a little spa day, a little romantical spa. We might do face masks tonight. We haven't done that in a while. So anyway, we're real excited about our trip to Florida in March. We keep on talking about it. And I got real down about my luggage. Did I tell you guys about this? Because I got real excited about the deal that I got on my luggage. And it is really pretty. It's sitting in the basement. I haven't even taken the carry-on out of the box yet because I was so depressed about it. No, I was. Because I was so excited about this luggage. And then I had already seen the reviews. Like, I bought it, and then I looked up the reviews, okay? Which every review is shitty. Every review is like, the wheels fall off. It's the worst luggage in the entire world. Like, I was like, Peter, you needed to, why did you not research this a little more? Caroline's like, you needed to get one of those away bags. I'm like, yeah, Caroline, for $2,000. Like, I don't have that kind of money. Anyway, I was looking for a package deal. I should have just bought what I bought before, which was just like the stuff on Amazon. But it was like $300, $400 for like 3 suitcases. And I can tell you, they're kind of junk too. Like, I mean, they've fallen apart through the years. Wheels have, I mean, they're not gray. I'll say that. But anyway, I got so sad about it the other night, and Alex goes, because people were sending it to me, and they were like, now you know that luggage isn't any good. And I was like, yeah, I already read the reviews, but thank you for letting me know. And Alex was like, I got so upset about it. I was like, I said, I always feel so stupid. Like, I get so excited about something, and then, like, I'm just so stupid. And I was telling him about it. He goes, baby, he's like, don't get disappointed yet. He's like, you know, it might be really good. He's like, maybe those are people that just had bad experiences. I was like, yeah, 200 people that had bad experiences. He was laughing so hard at me. Okay, should we read some of these comments, shall we? Let's get into some of these comments. Okay. So I don't know what movie we're going to watch today. He was supposed to watch trailers for all the Oscar movies. How many Oscar movies do I have left? Because the Oscars the 8th? That'll give me 2 weeks. If they're next Sunday, the 1st, Oscars date, Oscars 2026. Oh, March 15th. Honey, I got 3 weeks. Okay. I got lots of time. Honey, the land. 1, 2, 3. I got 3 weeks. I need to ask Tanya if she wants to watch the Oscars. We used to watch them together. Well, I used to always go to my mom's house. And then Tanya, and then one year, her husband, I've told this story so many times, but it's so funny. We were like, we're going to a fountain, we're getting a fountain pop. She just assumed he wouldn't touch it because she was recording it. So when we came back, like on DVR, when we came back, we were going to like rewind it, you know? Or she paused it or something. I can't remember what she did. But this is why we should have tape recorders. But anyway, when we came back from getting our fountain pops, we stayed out way too long. Okay, first of all, we got fountain pops, then we probably went to Walmart or Meijer. This is years ago. This was like, okay, this was after my mom passed away, because I was real upset about it. And like the first year, I didn't watch the Oscars at all. I was real upset, and I didn't go to the state fair. Those were like my 2 things I could not do after my mom passed away. I know, isn't that so weird? But like, Alex was like, I think maybe it was like, well, the first year I don't think I watched the Oscars at all. I think it was maybe 2 years after. Alex asked me, because Alex and I would not have been dating by the time the first state fair came around. Because we didn't start dating until the end of August, and it's the beginning. It's like the middle of August. So it would have been the second year. And I remember Alex asked me, he's like, I know the state fair means a lot to you. Do you want to go? And I was like, no, I don't think I do. And then I think the third year we went with our friend Brittany. Because I have pictures of it still today with her carrying around this turkey leg that she was eating. Or maybe that was the second year, and we did end up going. I can't remember. Maybe somebody else asked me the first year. Maybe Caroline asked me, or Tanya, and I didn't want to go. But anyway, I remember finally, it was like 3 years after the Academy Awards. Whenever it was the year that I watched all those movies. I went to the movie theater. That was one of the best experiences I ever did. Was when I like literally like, I didn't do anything like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I remember Alex and I had started it like the weekend before. And we went and saw Argo and Lincoln. What year was that? Now watch. It'll be like years after I thought it was. Well, I know I saw... What year did Lincoln movie come out? Was that the year? 2012. So it would have been several years after that. Argo movie year. Why is this not... What is going on? Argo movie year. I feel like 2012. Well, that would have been 2013 then. So my mom passed in 2008. So the first Oscars would have been 2009. So yeah, it would have been 4 years later. Well, anyway, that was the year that I watched all those movies. So I think that was the year that I went over to Tanya's. So maybe I didn't watch them for a couple years. I don't remember. But that was the first year that... And I remember Tanya made, like, all these treats. She was trying to make it real special for me because... Like, my mom and I would watch it. And she would, like, cut up all this cheese and make coffee. And she'd get dressed up like Sharon Stone. And she would have this silver sweater set. It was like a shirt. And there was, like, a sweater over it. Short sleeve. And she would wear a name tag. Like, one of those ride-on name tags. And she'd say Sharon Stone. And she'd say, do you think I look just like Sharon Stone? And I'd be like... Not really, Mom, but okay. I mean, maybe the hair, because she had platinum blonde hair. But anyway, it was real cute. So Tanya, like, tried to do that for me. Like, she's like, no, you need to watch. I think I hadn't watched them in a couple years or something. She's like, you need to watch the Academy Awards. Tanya's always like, she's that friend that always shows up for me with stuff like that. And, like, also, like, if there's something I don't want to do, and I'm thankful for her in this. Like, I know there's a lot of people that will say, like, don't push somebody to do things they don't want to do. But, like, Tanya's kind of pushed me to do some things through the years that, like, even before my mom died, like, I can remember one thing that Tanya said to me. This is a good lesson for those of you out there that have parents. I was always worried about my mom's finances, and my mom would, like, want to buy me something or buy me and I'm not talking about something extravagant, okay, like a $10,000 gift. I'm talking about, like, wanting to take me out to dinner or wanting to buy me something that was nice. But I was always worried about my mom's finances, you know? Like, my mom worked off and on, but not really a lot, and I didn't really know where money came from, and I was always worried about my mom. And I remember it was like a birthday or something. My mom wanted to buy me she wanted to take me out to eat somewhere. Like, my mom was the person that if you took her out to eat, she would be like, I'll just have a side salad with no dressing and water because I don't want it to be expensive. Like, she was always like, it was almost kind of like, Mom, enough. Like, it was kind of embarrassing sometimes. And I'd be like, Mom, just get whatever you want to get. And so anyway, she was always worried about money. And so, but I remember there was like one year, maybe it was Christmas, I can't remember. Maybe it was when we went to Gatlinburg. No. It might have been a year that we went to Gatlinburg, maybe. It wasn't the last year before she passed away. But it was something like shoes. I remember I didn't have like my wallet on me or something. She wanted to buy it. I remember telling Tanya later. And Tanya was like, you know, let your mom do those things for you. Because it makes her happier than you know. She's like, as a mom, I know that. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, she gets to do that for you. Like, even if it's going to like, it's not going to put her broke to buy you a pair of shoes, and it makes her happy in that moment that she can do something for you. Let her do that, you know? And I remember thinking that, like, because I can remember my mom would do, like, nice things for me through the years, and I'd be like, no, Mom, you know, you don't need to do that and whatever. And it, like, took away, I think, from it. And I can remember having that conversation with Tanya, and she was like, you need to let your mom do those things for you. Like, it makes her happy to do those things for you. It's not like she's going overboard and buying you a house or whatever, but even if she was, that makes somebody happy, right? My God. But anyway, where was I going with that? What do I remember? Oh, the Oscars. So anyway, so I feel like that year I said something to Tanya about wanting to watch the movies, but I like was still like real emotional for me. And she goes, no, you need to do this year. Like it's time to kind of like move through it, you know, like, and so I did. And I took like Thursday and Friday and I went to the movie theater all day. I remember the one day I went, I started with like The Impossible, that movie. And I always get the years mixed up. Maybe that wasn't that year, but I feel like it was. I can remember going to like different movie theaters, and I was so excited because I was like, okay, at this movie theater, like I'm gonna get like popcorn and candy and a soda. Like I was just planning on eating all day long. Okay, and then I was gonna stop and I was gonna get like, well, this was before I was a vegetarian too. This was like I had been a vegetarian and I stopped. I was gonna stop at Steak and Shake and I was gonna get like a Frisco melt and chicken fingers and all kind of stuff throughout the day because Alex and I would do that when we would go to movies sometimes and stuff, and after we would go out. And so, by the second or third movie, I was so full. Like, I couldn't even drink a fountain pop anymore, or water, or anything. But I remember, like, Alex and I, that Saturday or Sunday, the weekend before, we went to the Keystone Arts Theater up here, and we saw Lincoln and Argo, back to back. Because we were going to do 3, and Alex was like, I can't do any more. Both of those were really good, by the way. Every movie that I saw that year I thought was really, really good. Tanya and I, the last movie that I saw was Django Unchained. I should see if that came out in 2012. Tanya and I went and saw Django Unchained together. And if it says 2012, like I'm getting this all right. How can I get this right? Year 2012. Tanya and I went to see that movie, and we saw it at Castleton Movie Theater, and it was packed. And can I just tell you what was about that movie? By the time the movie was over, the movie was more than half empty. So many people walked out of that movie theater on Django Unchained. That was the last movie that I saw. But I saw all the movies that were up for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Adapted Film. Because that was always, if I was going to win an Academy Award, it was always going to be off of like my book had been adapted to a movie. I know. You can dream. And, but that was really fun. Like, I really felt like that year, like, I knew, like, all the movies. But then Eric deleted it, and he felt so bad about it, but like he was like, no, I thought you guys were done watching it. Tony and I went out to get a fountain pop or something. You know the Academy Awards are forever long, right? And so we went out to go get a fountain pop or something. We were going to come right back, and we ended up like driving around. This is so killing. Tony and I are like, this is... She'll be like, let's go to Walmart. Then we go to Walmart. And then she'll be like, well, they didn't have this at Walmart. Let's go to Meijer. And then she'll be like, oh, she always wants to drive by somebody's house. She's like, drive by so-and-so's, like, friends of ours in recovery. And she'll be like, just see if they're home. And, like, before we get there, she'll, like, text them. And then she'll, like, have them come out and say hi to us. That's because Tony grew up in a small town. Anyway, so, that is so small town. My ex and I back in the day went, hey! I saw you stopped at the road. I was like, who is staring at me? What are you doing?
Walking.
I haven't seen you in forever.
You haven't been there.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
You are such a liar. I walk by your house every single day.
What?
I walk by your house every single day.
We haven't seen you sitting there.
Oh, well, I've been sitting there. I saw you the other day when I was out with the dogs. Yeah? Where have you been? At home, hiding out? Every time I ask him, he says, oh, she didn't want to come out today. It's too cold. I got video evidence of that.
It's still too cold.
It is cold.
I don't like this.
Did you see it was snowing earlier? It was kind of like little flakes of snow.
I said, be gone.
You are all wrapped up in that hat, though.
I'm freezing. I hate, so are you.
It doesn't feel as cold up here as it does down there.
You don't have any wind.
I don't have any wind, you're right. Well, enjoy your walk. It was good seeing you. Those are my favorite neighbors. What was I going to tell her? There was something I was going to tell her. Remember I talked about it on here. Now I don't remember what it was. Anyway. But to watch the Oscars, it's really fun to like have seen a lot of the movies. Like the years that I haven't seen the movies, I could really, to be honest with you, I don't even care if I watch the Oscars. So this year I'm kind of excited about it. Okay, so the Oscar movies that I haven't watched yet is a lot. I've kind of been putting it off, honestly. Okay. Yeah, I've only seen like 4. And I said that I was going to watch, well, I have all the foreign films on here too, and all the documentaries. So I've added those to it. And I want to watch all the short films, I think. I haven't watched Marty Supreme. One Battle After Another. Well, these are the best picture ones I haven't seen. Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Blue Moon, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Hamnet. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. I think that's Best Actress. Song Sung Blue, I think that's Best Actress. Maybe. Begonia, Weapons, I've seen. Train Dreams. So many people are telling me these movies are so boring. Tanya said Train Dreams. I was like, what do you think? Because it was one of the most boring movies I've ever seen. F1, the only thing I think it's nominated for is editing. And Best Picture. I think it's really weird they got nominated for Best Picture. And then all the documentaries. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, that's not that many movies. But I don't think Alex really wants to see any of these movies. I think he'd like Song Sung Blue, maybe. One Battle After Another, he said he wanted to see. I actually think of all of these, Alex would probably like Hamnet the most. He loves kind of those, I think it's about Shakespeare, and like Shakespeare's son passing away, and then like him coming up with Hamlet, and like his relationship with his wife, and like Alex likes that kind of stuff a lot. I'm really the most excited about probably One Battle After Another or Marty Supreme, probably mostly Marty Supreme. I have a feeling Sinners is just going to take. I think this is what's going to happen at the Oscars this year. This is my gut. I think Sinners is absolutely going to take everything, and Begonia is going to miss out on everything. Or I think it's going to be a shock. I think it's going to be like a real. I think Timothée Chalamet will win Best Actor. I think Sinners will win Best Picture. And this is not even watching it. Oh, Amy Madigan will win Best Supporting Actress for Weapons. I don't know who the best... Jacob Elordi won't win for Frankenstein. I don't know. I have to watch the other ones to see. Who's the one in One Battle After Another, and I just saw her in something else. She's supposed to be so good in that movie. I'm really excited about it. I might watch that tonight. Alex will probably watch that with me. So those are Oscar movies I have to watch. Should I answer some comments? Let's see. Peter's Vlogs. Peter's Vlogs of Love. Peter's Vlog of Love. We'll just answer a few questions here. Somebody asked me something the other day, and I was like, oh my god. Hold on a second. I think I can read these without my... Somebody said, obsessed with the batons. So many people were talking about the batons. Don't be jealous. You can get them online yourself. Oh, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy said, obsessed with the batons. Jasmine said, loving the batons. Oh my god, so many people talked about the bars I talked about in Colorado. Michaela said, I'm a Colorado native. If I pronounce your name correctly, I should get a gold star for that. I'm just going to say, okay. I'm a Colorado native. When I was younger and started going out, I loved vinyl, X-Bar tracks, and Charlie's. I always preferred the gay bars because it felt safe. I feel like I still can see. Charlie's had like this wood area that was like in between the two areas that you could like, and they did line dancing there. Brittany said, crock pots are for the cooking challenge. Me, best friend. Just throw stuff in there and cook it for 4 to 6 hours. My mom would not, she would admit that she was a cooking challenge. Yeah. Maeve, you just effed with my head. She said, are you sure the leaking one is a baton? I feel like it might be a bubble wand or something. It shouldn't leak. I have them inside. I'm going to have to look. Did I order bubble wands and I didn't even know it? And there I was at. I probably did. Oh, Maeve. Maeve, I needed that comment. I would have sat there for, this is like, you guys do, like, I think people think I make this shit up. Like, no, like, Moosegate is real, you guys. Like, I am really that slow. Laura, hey, she said, Tony, hi. I'm just going to shout out some people on here. Okay. Ash, hey, Ash. She said, not the cocaine baton. I'm so here for you twirling that thing. The pools are neat. All I can think of is that Leslie Jordan. Does he have a video where he's twirling a baton? I want to see it. Somebody sent me something where they have like me compared to Leslie Jordan. Like, why would I be offended by that? Like, I loved Leslie Jordan. I mean, you were talking about, have you ever seen Sordid Lives? Bet you didn't think I'd make it, did you, mama? I love that. He was literally, Leslie Jordan was a genius. And sober. And one of the kindest people in the entire world. I think I will take that and with much honor. Oh my God, here's another, I read this one last night. Lori was talking about going to tracks in Denver. I couldn't believe how many people were talking about how they went to tracks back in the day. Chica said, oh my God, you're actually so good at baton twirling. Suddenly I want a baton too. We need to all get batons, okay? They're cheap online. You guys, but I'll tell you right now, people told me you can get them at Walmart. You probably can. But online, they're pretty cheap too. I didn't see any at Dollar Tree. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, 1200 said, good evening, sex symbol. Hey. Lisa said, I'm so happy you're in your own skin because you're an amazing person with tons of important. Thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate it. Lisa's such a champion always. Shelly, fellow Hoosier. That baton, and at one time I would have thought that it was a good place to hide things in. Listen, I would never have thought that. I think about that stuff all the time. Like, you never kind of lose that part of yourself as an addict. Like, I'll watch stuff on TV and I'll be like, they'll say something about, like, he was hiding money in an ice cream container. And I'm like, that was so smart. Like, why didn't I think of that? Like, no, I'll watch a lot of true crime and they'll talk about, like, how, like, where people hide stuff. And I'm like, why didn't I think of that? But what's even more interesting is that I never needed to hide anything because nobody ever came in and was stealing stuff from me. There was no reason to hide it, but I did. And then here's the true story of it about being an addict and alcoholic. Sadly, if you're still in active addiction, but if you're sober, you'll know what I'm talking about. Do you ever hide stuff from yourself and you couldn't remember where you put it? I'm gonna hide this alcohol so I don't drink it tonight. And then the next day you wake up, you don't remember where you hid that alcohol. For the life of you, you can't find it. Tearing places apart for drugs and alcohol. Oh, I tore my apartment up. No, and I had drugs hidden in there somewhere. Oh my God. I never watched Black Rabbit, Lisa. I haven't finished it yet. Lisa said, oh my God, onion rings and a Beyond Burger sounds so good. They do sound good. Brittany said, I'm so glad I'm not the only one who thought this week went by incredibly quick. I already feel like the weekend's going by quick. Alicia said, I just finished the first season of Cross and they mentioned Herb Baumeister a few times. Okay, and she said, I thought of me. Okay, so when I watched it last season, so first season of Cross is a lot, it's like about a copycat. I don't want to ruin it for anybody because it's so good. This season 2 of Cross is out right now. It has 2 more episodes and then I'm going to watch it. They're releasing an episode of the week. I know, so stupid. But anyway, the first season is about a copycat serial killer, okay? And so a lot of it references a lot of serial killers. And he goes to Indiana and talks about Herb Baumeister. I was blown away because nobody ever talks about Herb Baumeister, you know? Yes, I loved it. Teresa said, love can't buy me love, and Peggy Stu got married. Also been watching you forever. Teresa knows I love her so much. Foxy Cinnamon said, Peter with the main character energy. Love to see it. I don't know what that means. The main character energy. What does that mean? Let me know. Not Caroline being shocked at what she said. Caroline never remembers anything she said. I'll say something about, like, oh, do you remember last week? She's like, I didn't say that. I'm like, girl. The reason I started filming that video was because she said to me on the way over there, she goes, you told me that my hair looked good and my hair is like a mess. I said, I never told you that your hair looked good and you never asked me. And she said, yes, I did when we were going into Costco. I said, Caroline, that conversation never happened. So I started recording it because of that. Peter, what are your thoughts on the Nancy Guthrie case? Asked Jennifer. I have not been following it at all. I feel bad that I haven't been, but I don't really know anything about that case. I need to look into it. So I know it's sad that they're, like, arresting tons of people and that woman's been gone forever. But Christy, happy Friday, Christy. I thought my neighbor's brother had left. He, like, packed up all of his suitcases and stuff the other day, but he's still there. Anyway, forgot to mention on this video, I do agree with you, Laura said this about Wild Boys. I did feel so bad for Tammy. I did, me too. My big blue eye said, you were joking around saying you wanted to be a sex symbol. I have a sneaking suspicion that Alex thinks you are one. Oh, yes. Of course, my husband thinks I'm a sex symbol. That's like your mom telling you that you look really cute for school. You look really nice for school. Thanks, Mom. Oh my God. Okay, so Amanda said, Andrew Lincoln is even more attractive in person. I had a photo op with him and Norman Reedus at the Walking Dead con. He said to me in his British accent, it's so nice to meet you and Amanda, and I literally melted. Okay, I cannot even imagine. Norman Reedus, I'm watching Daryl Dixon right now. I'm on episode 4. Who is walking over here right now? Oh. Hey, how are you? Good, look at little Tiger. Andrew Lincoln, I think Andrew Lincoln and Norman Reedus are so fine, the both of them. Did you know that on The Walking Dead, they had thought about making Norman Reedus' character gay? He's never had, has he ever had a relationship on, I can't remember now. I feel like he had a very short-lived relationship with somebody and then she died or something like that. But, like, he is never with, why can't I think of her name? I watched the show, I've watched all the shows. I love her character. Why can't I think of her name? The gal on Daryl Dixon. Mary. Carol. The Book of Carol. I think Norman Reedus is so sexy. Who was he married to? Was he and he has a son that's a model. Did you know that? Was he married to Helena Christensen? I think he was. Norman Reedus. Amanda, I am so jealous of you. Here it is, Norman Reedus. How old is he? He's 57 years old. Okay. Diana Kruger. But who was he married to before? I feel like he was married to somebody else before. I mean, can we just talk about that for a second? Oh my God. The Walking Dead might have put out some of the best looking men ever in the entire world. Okay. Why? Helena Christensen, yeah, and they have a son. Okay. Look, I'm going to tell you, Walking Dead, now my hands are getting really cold. Walking Dead cast. I'm going to tell you who from The Walking Dead is so good looking. The guy that, every once in a while somebody will say I look like this guy, which I think is such a joke. I don't look anything like this guy. The guy that carried the bat with the, called it Lucille. I don't look anything, I wish I did. I know somebody's getting a good laugh out of that. Peter thinks I never said I thought I looked like him. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, so good looking. Norman Reedus, Andrew Lincoln, so good looking. Stephen Yeun, so good looking. Oh my God. Who else on here was so good looking? Maybe that was it. There was like one other person on here that I always thought was so good looking. Well, Coleman Domingo from Fear the Walking Dead. The other guy, oh, you know, the guy that played the dad in Fear the Walking Dead. Fear the Walking Dead cast. That was married to Madison. I wish that show would have gone on. I wish all of them would have gone on. What was his name? He died. Cliff Curtis, he played Travis. Kim Dickens, he played Madison Clark. I love her so much. Love her so much. The Walking Dead has put out such good looking men, haven't they? I literally looked up at the camera and it said like 29:58. I was like, am I really at 30 minutes? I've been putting out some long vlogs lately. I gotta get off here now. I got things to do. Okay. Mary said a bottle of wine each. I know. For my neighbors on their book club. That's why the Christians had to leave. They said, no, we can't do this anymore. We can't do it anymore. Nicole said, well, Peter, if you want to be a sex symbol, you got to start with a sexy calendar. Who is buying calendars today? Should I put out a sexy calendar? Me sitting out here with my beanie hat. I saw this ad that keeps on coming up on my Instagram because I look up these beanies all the time. Do you remember those beanies I bought on Amazon and they were so small on my head that they literally sat like that? Do you guys remember that? Okay, it's this guy and he's so sexy. And I like literally shout at the Instagram when it came up because he goes, the ad is like these guys wearing these really small beanies, but they're all super good looking, like real built, and they look like they're fishermen off the TV show Shetland. And he goes, do you know why men are so obsessed with small beanies these days? And I shout at the Instagram and I go, we're not! I was so pissed. Hello to you. Hello said, love the video so much. Thank you. Okay, Nicole said, what is a tornado drill? I'm guessing it's something like our earthquake drills. I do not know what an earthquake drill is, but now I'm intrigued. Okay, so a tornado drill, you hear it go off, okay? And there's two different drills, and it means either a warning, and now I'm going to get this all wrong. A watch, somebody's going to educate me on this in the comment section below, so I might as well just fuck it up, okay? That's where I'm at with it. Mispronounce something, somebody will correct you, it doesn't matter. A watch or a warning, okay? Once it's touchdown, I know I'm letting somebody, they're so excited they like get to type a comment. I think a watch is when, like, you're watching to see if a tornado is hit. A warning is when one's hit the ground. Okay, but when we were in school, for tornado watches, we would have fire drills and tornado drills. Fire drills, you had to walk in a single file line outside, and then, like, the fire alarm would go off. You had to walk outside, and everybody would stand outside. Businesses have them, too, and stuff like that. Or tornado drill, you had to all sit with your legs up like this, like in the hallway, with the cement hallways, like so that a cement block could fall on your head during a tornado and kill you. And then you had to like sit like this with your... We also had to practice stop, drop, and roll if there was a fire and smoke came into the room. We also had to practice that during the fire drills. Y'all remember that? What do you do for earthquake drills? But that was like, I don't think they even do those anymore. Hold on a second. Dee said, because I was asking people for questions and topics to talk about. Dee said, I have a question. Where is one of your favorite places you have visited and why? My immediate go-to is Las Vegas. I don't know why. I love the hotels in Las Vegas. There's just something about being in the heat all day long. And to be honest with you, the Vegas I love is very simple. Like, even if I don't go to shows, and I don't even need to go to fancy restaurants to eat. I just like to lay by the pool in the hot heat of the summer. People always ask us why we go in August. Well, first of all, it's our anniversary. I love the dry heat of August Vegas. To lay out by the pool all day long, come back, take a nap. I just love the sounds and the lights of Las Vegas. It just makes me feel alive. Come back to the room. Alex goes to bed. I read or watch a TV show late at night. I love Las Vegas. I love. I don't know. It's just a feeling of like, I feel like Las Vegas kind of meets my soul a little bit. Another place I visited, are you talking about like an obscure place that I visited that I love? Gatlinburg, Tennessee, I love. I haven't been to in a long time. I honestly don't know that I would love Gatlinburg today the same way that I did back in the day. It held a special spot for me and my mom. What's a random place that I've been that I really, really liked? I'm trying to think. Like some place that I don't really talk about much on here. I've talked about this before. Alex had a work trip. I feel like I was on YouTube because I was uploading videos because the Wi-Fi was horrible. And I remember I listened to the book, the James Patterson first book with Bill Clinton. I listened to that on that trip. And I also remember I went to a Starbucks like 4 cities over because there wasn't a Starbucks in this small town. It was in Connecticut. And no, was it in Connecticut or Massachusetts? It was in Connecticut. And we stayed at this small little, like, well, it was not a small bed and breakfast. It was like 3 houses. But every morning I eat breakfast in a little restaurant. They had, like, Alex went to this conference all day long. And so they had, like, lemon verbena. We ate at, like, the world's oldest restaurant on the East Coast. But one day I went into town to this coffee shop like 3 towns away. One night I went to the casino, the reservation casino. That was really, really fun. I loved this trip. This was such a good trip because Alex would have to go to bed early. So I would stay up and like listen to audiobooks and stuff like that. It was so fun. We had a 4-poster bed. Do you guys remember that trip? Oh, I would sit on the floor in the bedroom and I would watch like my movies on my computer. That was such a fun trip. And, but I went like, I was looking for a Starbucks. So I went like 3 towns over. I think it was while I was vlogging or something. Oh, look at those geese. And I was in this Starbucks, and this girl came up to me. She was younger, too. She was, like, in her early 20s. And she said, "Are you Peter Monn?" And I said, "Yeah." I mean, people don't really come up to me very often out in public. And she said, "I love your Peterisms channel." Like, nobody really comes up to me about my Peterisms channel. And she was like, "I love your Peterisms channel. I'll never forget." She said, "Please don't." I think I went to that Starbucks specifically for Wi-Fi to upload videos because I was having a hard time uploading videos. And she said, "Please don't ever stop making videos in your Peterisms channel." I don't even know what her name was, and I don't know if she ever even watches my channels anymore. She might not even like me anymore. I don't know. But because she said that to me, I have still continued to make videos on my Peterisms channel. She's like one of the main reasons why I keep making videos on my Peterisms channel, because I think to myself, you never know who's out there watching it. She went into this whole thing about how much my Peterisms videos really helped her and like changed her perspective on things, and like she shared some personal things with me, and I still remember that to this day, that like you never really know, like, "Hey, how are you?" Good. And you like never really know like who you're impacting out there just by sharing a piece of your life, whether you're a host at Walmart, whether you're, you know, working in a bank, whether, you know, like who you are out there. You never, if you're in a grocery store, you know, like my mom told this story to me about like she was buying like wine and like a pack of cigarettes in a grocery store. Like, I think this was before she got sober, and the woman said to her something like, "Is it really that bad?" or something like that. I think she, anyway, no. The story is, okay, it was this woman that I know that works at a halfway house here, and she told me a story after my mom passed away. My mom was in a grocery store. She was in front of her. This is all just streaming back to me now because I can remember this lady's name. So years ago, I had a friend of mine that was sober and really close friend of mine, close friend of Tawny Jean's, and he passed away from meningitis. He had been to this halfway house where she had been, and so wanted to talk to me about my mom. She was in a grocery store, and she was getting like a pack of cigarettes and like a bottle of wine or something like that, 2 bottles of wine or something, and she like looked really upset. And my mom had said to her something to the effect of, like, "Is it really that bad?" Like, and ended up talking to her, and she was one of the, like, kind of the impetus for getting sober. My mom also had a story like that as well. You never know who you're impacting. I can't remember how that story goes now, but anyway, I would love to run into her and ask her again, because I can't remember how that all went down. But she was like, "Your mom was like a huge part of like why I got sober." You never have any idea, you know, like by one thing that you're saying. Those Peterisms videos, I literally just am reading, you know, meditations and responding to it. It's not like it's any, like, I haven't filmed over there all week long, but it's not like it's a huge thing on like my level or anything, you know. I'll never forget her saying that to me, you know. And "Hey, how are you?" One time I was walking out of Barnes & Noble, this is years ago too, and this woman walked by me, and she didn't say, she just went, "Peter likes books." And I was like, "Hey," and she's like, "I love your channel." I was like, "Thank you so much." Like, the fact that I'm walking into a bookstore and somebody that, just one person, that's all it takes. It's just one person, you know. And I always think about that. Like, I think about her, like, when I'm filming my videos, you know. So, because you never know who you're impacting, you know what I mean? But that was probably one of the best trips that I ever took, that I don't really talk that much about. That was a really fun trip. I remember that first day, we like ate at this place that was like the oldest, I don't remember what that town was called. It was Connecticut, but it was the oldest. "Hey, how are you? You going on your walk?"
Take a little walk.
"I gotta go on mine. Everybody's walking."
Pretty chilly.
Pretty chilly. That was when we ate at the oldest restaurant. We walked around that little town. I honest to God, I cannot remember what that place was called or when we went there. We were there for like 3 nights. I loved that trip. I don't know why. I don't know why that trip meant so much to me. I don't know why. Because it was something so random. And, I don't know. I remember our little bedroom. Like, walk up these stairs, and it was like, it was like a bed and breakfast, but it had like 3 different, like, it had the main house, and then it had like maybe 2 houses or 3 houses out back where they had like just bedrooms. And I remember I would eat breakfast. I think maybe I just ate there once or twice in the morning when Alex would go to his, like, his conference was like away. And I remember vlogging, driving in that town vlogging, and I remember one morning I ate lemon verbena pancakes. It was a real cute little house, that place was. Remember the town was like real quiet? It kind of would have been, like maybe late fall or early spring or something. I remember it being kind of like cloudy and gray and whatever. Anyway. It's always those small moments on vacations that I love the most, you know? It's a pretty day outside even though it's so gray. So still. Alright, well, I'm going to get off here now and go get this up and then figure out what Alex and I might take my walk now. Oh my god, look, it's 4:30 on the dot. So, this was a little bit of a longer vlog. If you made it this far, put snow in the comment section below, like a little snowflake. Or a Santa Claus, or something that has to do with, like, snow in winter. Anyway, then I'll know you made it to this point. Don't cheat. Anyway, I'm going to figure out I'll probably go up there and all 3 of them be asleep. Alex and the dogs will be, like, all asleep. Anyway, I'm going to go on my walk early tonight so that we can watch movies and stuff. There's that cardinal over there again. It's so pretty. It's a big cardinal, too. Oh, just flew away. Oh. There's a lot of birds out. I love looking at them. Okay, I'm going to get off here now. I hope you guys are having a magically amazing Saturday and a fantastic weekend. I hope you guys are relaxing a lot. So, yeah. And, of course, I will be back tomorrow. Oh! And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And, of course, I will be back tomorrow. And, hope you guys are having a good weekend. Let me know what you're doing in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. Happy birthday, Layla.